Man, this is. I know a lot of niggas don't like Demetrius Andrade. They don't like the way he look. They don't like the way he talk. He got a nose ring and all this type of shit. So they think that's boxing. They don't have anything to do with boxing. That's out the ring. But inside the ring, why is he so avoided? Is it because of a few things he do that a lot of boxers take for granted and they don't do? This is why he's avoided, because he do a lot of, and I believe once he finally get a big fight, I think he might get that Triple G fight. People going to see why he's so avoided, and timing is everything. Demetrius Andrade, you only need a few big fights, a few big names on your resume to solidify your legacy in boxing. You're not going to always get the big fights if you're very good. You got to basically force them in the ring. And this is what Demetrius Andrade does. I'm gonna just stop the bullshit and tell you what he does. He does a lot of things. I remember, sitting back and listening to all the old timers talk, and one thing they say: the jab. The jab is the most important punch in boxing. If you can touch him, if you can touch him with your jab, then you basically can get him with your power punch. And that's what Demetrius Andrade is very good at. He is very good at negating the jab, stopping you from having a good jab. Triple G, if you fight Triple G, you're gonna see Triple G. Triple G is a very good coming off the jab. Canelo wasn't even able to take away his jab, even though Canelo was a very good counterpuncher. But I believe Andre, with the way he parries the jab, the way he slips and rolls the jab and move and uses his lateral movement off of his feints and probes. I believe that's gonna confuse from his southpaw angle. It's gonna fuse the hell out his opponents. I see him giving the Cholos problems because of that. Because Jamal heavily relied off the jab to set it up to eat off the table. But I don't see him able to do that as effective against Andre because of the southpaw angles and the way he parries and he slips and roll under the jab, and you it looks like you wide open. That's why punches don't throw a lot of punches, because the way he move, he makes you wide open off the angles. He makes you off the angle, and the way his guard is off the line, off the center line. His guard is heavily off the center line like the old timers. So you can't. So you always have balance problems, balance issues with Andre, which like I said again, when you miss the jab, you leave yourself wide open because he used lateral movement, and after you throw the punch, you can't throw a punch and fix your and get back on line, get back on the center line at the same time. That's gonna leave you open. Demetrius Andrade is he don't look like it sometimes, but when he fight against the dangerous fighters, your favorite fighters, you're gonna see all the things I say. How his lateral movement, the way he move way he move after he catch, parry or slip your jab, after he take away your jab, it's going to leave you running into punches, leaving you off balance, and having a very bad performance against Demetrius Andrade. That's why he's so avoided, because of his style. You gotta constantly be on point when you fight against him. He throws combinations. He keeps you off balance. He got the old school stance when he off the center line. He got the angles. He got very complicated angles. He set very complicated traps. So he's a very slick boxer with power, with a little power. I see him stopping. I see him stopping Triple G. I believe they stopped the fight because Triple G jab is going to be gone. Triple G going to run into punches. He's going to be off balance. Demetrius Andrade angles. And I'm not even talking about his jab. His jab. He have a jab. He's not even counting his jab. You got to stop his jab after he done took away your jab. That's going to leave you very vulnerable. You can't, if you can't throw your jab, if you can't land your jab, how you going to land your right hand? It's hard to land your jab because of the way he move in the ring. So if you can't land your jab, if you can barely land your jab, how can you land your right hand? If you can't touch him with your jab, you damn sure ain't not going to touch him with your right hand. Not saying your favorite fighter, your lover, is not going to get no punches off, but they're not going to be that effective because they're going to be he either going to turn, he either he rolls with a lot of punches. That's what a lot of boxers don't do. That's an old school art that don't use that much, rolling with punches. He rolls, he ride the punch very good, very well. It looked like he hit it, but he rolls with it. He know how to turn and roll with the shots. So take the steam off the shots. He's not a perfect boxer. Nobody's perfect. And he's always learning and adding new wrinkles. But it's hard to get up for these guys that with no names. But he still beats them until he gets and not taking a lot of punishment. He may be 35, 36, whatever, but he don't have no miles. He don't have a whole lot of miles on him. He don't have a whole lot of miles on him. He don't get hit a whole lot. So he still have a long time in the sport to get these names in there. But I believe he gonna be a problem for your favorite fighter because of what he does. Those angles, those taking away that jab and constantly setting traps off of his feints and his probes. He keep you guessing along with his footwork. Stay tuned. If Triple G get in there, Triple G gonna be a dead man walking.